How far will you go for your passion? I recall flying to France to watch the French Open. I know it sounded a little crazy, but I just could not resist the call to watch the event in person. And how far will you go for your mission? 40 years ago, after graduating college, I took out my first bank loan to pay for a 6-month missionary trip to Mexico. I went for it when most of my fellow classmates were busy preparing for their first jobs after college. But it was a decision I never regretted. So here I am, sharing what our team saw in ancient prophecies. What you are about to see may scare you. Sorry for that. We don't know how many will hear our warnings, nor how many would take it serious. But if we were given the gift of understanding these prophecies, we feel it is our mission to share those with you. So some of you may be able to get out of harm's way. To us, decoding prophecy seemed to be like a mission that we can't run away from. We don't understand, why do we get to decode the many prophecies, from Nostradamus to the Chinese top 10 ancient prophecies? We've decoded in ways no one else ever did. Of course, I have to admit that many of the most detailed and shocking prophecies were decoded before, and some after the predicted events happened. Although the afterwards decoding may sound stupid and useless, but without the fulfilling events confirming our suspicions, we can't even be sure ourselves. Many times, the fulfilling events led to more clues about the next big events. Occasionally, through key words we found, we then released what we discovered in our videos and books. And several times, our decodings actually would point out important details of coming chaos. This happened in not only Nostradamus' prophecy, but also in the many Chinese prophecies we decoded. We have released many videos, but what we have released is only a small portion of what we've actually decoded. Some prophecies we know we can't decode until a fulfilling event happens, while some prophecies describe past events that we don't feel anyone would be interested in. But some events are so horrifying, we just can't believe that will happen. But recent events have changed our thoughts on that. I used to think the plague was a term for 19th and early 20th centuries, until I realized we are about as powerless as our grandparents were during their pandemics. Actually, the pandemic is worse now because of the crowded cities, trains, and airspace. In our 2016 videos and books, we talked about Nostradamus' Doomsday chapter. We created this name because Century 2 is filled with horrific descriptions of a doomsday we cannot imagine. But we realized how some of those were right on in 2020. Actually, 8 of the 26 plague quatrains were found in my Doomsday Century 2. But I did not believe some of the predictions could be true until more fulfilling events happened during the last several weeks. I will give you a quick example on how a fulfilling event helped me decode prior unsolved mystery. On July 7th, 2021, Haiti's president was assassinated. The assassins, yelling, "DEA operations!" stormed into the presidential palace and killed the president. I don't know who ordered the attack, but I know they were not DEA operatives. So I realized a line that has puzzled many Chinese prophecy researchers. The coming due Tuibei 246 predicted someone going to the palace from back door while calling himself the White-Head Man. I will give you a quick example on how fulfilling events helped me decode prior unsolved mystery. On July 7, 2021, Haiti's president was assassinated. Assassins yelling, "DEA operations!" stormed into the presidential palace and killed the president. I don't know who ordered the attack, but I know they were not DEA operatives. So I realized a line that has puzzled many Chinese prophecy researchers. We find in Tuibei 246, predicting someone going to palace from back door while calling himself the Whitehead Man. I realize the quote can be translated as proclaiming to be working for United States, as USA's symbol is a white-headed bald eagle. And the quote, going to palace through back door, must mean a coup or regime change. The first line included a quote of Bo, while the third line included a quote of East. Then I found Taiwan's missile is called Skybo, while China's is called East Wind. How did two prophets know the missile names of the two China 1,300 years in advance? And just today, while preparing some short prophecy videos for TikTok, we broke another code. This time about global warming in Chinese prophecy Tuibei 2 number 45. Tuibei 45 has been discussed many times, and by many. Even when we interpreted this as World War III in January 2017. But we did not realize this is a warning about the coming pandemic until it happened in 2020. Look at this picture. It shows two soldiers pointing weapons to a sun. Everyone thought it is a war against Japan. But we realize after the Wuhan outbreak, no, this is a drawing of COVID-19. But if this is about COVID-19, why did the long poem talk about gold globe sunk under the ocean? Japan is an island. It is surrounded by the oceans. If the sun-like object is not a sun but a virus, why is gold globe mentioned in the long poem? Also, the third line in the short poem talked about wood, fire, metal, and water. What does that mean? Well, it is a mystery we finally figured out today. The four elements mentioned in the short poem, line 3, is for the Chinese 5 elements. The only one missing is the element earth, which can be interpreted as dirt, soil, or land. Because Tuibei 2 only uses around 40 words to describe an important event, he will not waste any words unless it contains important messages. The prophecy is about COVID-19 pandemic, but it also outlined the other problems we faced during the pandemic. I am sure you saw how the whole world suffered extreme weather. The flood in China, Europe, Turkey, India, the fires in Africa, United States, Europe, and South America. And now fighting in Afghan is the element of metal which Chinese use to describe fighting. As for wood, that is plants. If I tell you this means food shortage will soon be the next crisis we have to face, will you believe me? Or it's already happened in some parts of the world. With skyrocketing shipping cost, how many poor countries can afford to buy food? With so many people affected by the pandemic, food processing, storage, and distribution getting severely affected, how long do you think reserves can hold? It does not take a genius to figure out what will come next. And if you do a simple search, you will find 9 of the 26 plague quatrains we found also talked about famine. But why is Earth missing? Well, looking at the recent news, and you will find land, which has been charred by fire, is being washed away by flood. And the fact land is missing warns us about what we have just witnessed now. And that also explains gold globe sunk under the ocean. However, since Tweetbay 2 often hides more than one warning in one line of text, I can't rule out if this line includes a warning about a major catastrophic event in Japan, like another huge quake, flooding, or tsunami, or all three. The event could be so catastrophic, people will have to flee from the island. What helped us break the code is the news footage of a baking sun bringing record temperatures in Italy to 48.8 Celsius. The gold globe and the news talking about global warming made me realize the dire warning of Earth sunk under ocean. It is telling us we will see sea levels rise at unprecedented speeds. Coastal areas and island nations may soon be wiped from the map. And with that in mind, do you still need me to decode gold globe sunk into the ocean? When I first studied the 26 Nostradamus plague quatrains, I thought Greece would be hard hit. But it did not. Actually, Greece cities were mentioned 8 times in the 26 quatrains. I could not figure it out until when unstoppable wildfires engulfed the country. I also was puzzled when Nostradamus predicted the Mediterranean coast to be abandoned, even though several Italian towns started to auction off abandoned homes for €1. I still did not see how this could happen, but I realized how close for that to happen when I saw Athens' temperatures hit 45 Celsius and Sicily set European heat records of 48.8 Celsius. Since both Greece and Italy are part of the EU, their citizens can move anywhere within the EU. With temperatures like this, wildfire or not, who will want to stay there? I can go over these Doomsday quatrains one by one to warn you. Or you can start planting backyard vegetables for the rainy days that may well be coming. Can the Doomsday be avoided? I don't know. But I feel there is a reason why I'm able to figure some of these warnings out. And despite only a paltry amount of people that will see these videos, there may be a reason why now you have seen it. Hope you can be safe, healthy, and protect yourself and your loved ones. This is Ken Peters. Thank you for watching.